Hello, hello, hello. All right, it is showtime, everybody. Hey, welcome to the Mobile Mary Show. Today, I'm actually going to be doing something kind of cool. I have a presentation that I did for the eWomen last week, and I wanted to kind of redo it here to showcase to the world the kind of the cool awesomeness that I put together because I think it's really valuable, and I hope that you will join me. And if you have any questions, to comment. And if this is something that you think someone needs to hear, I'd love for you to sprinkle it in your community. But the title of this is Go from Hurried, Harried, and Hardworking. Oh my gosh. To poised, positive, and profitable. Doesn't that sound lovely? Yes, this is what I have in store for 2023. I want to help more people become poised, positive, and profitable, and it's already happening. I'm just actually super excited about it. So if you haven't ever joined us before, this is the Mobile Mary Show, Tuesdays at 12:30 p.m. And I realize that I'm a few minutes late, so I apologize if you were actually watching your clock. But since I know, because I do a lot of these, that people literally watch more these shows on replay, it is okay, right? Sometimes we just have to give ourselves grace, especially this time of year. And so I'm using this cool software, Wave Video. In fact, during this little training here, I'm going to be sharing not 3, but 4 ways that you can become poised, positive, and profitable. And it includes how to use this software, and I'm actually demonstrating it right now, which is kind of exciting, right? So I'm actually going to get right to it. So let's get to the presentation. So I am been using Wave for a while. In fact, I won a contest, which is really exciting. And I was able to fly to Boston because I won this contest with Wave Video, and they have just been adding so many cool features. And one thing, I'm going to be giving you a link to a free link to their software. But if you click on the link that I'm going to share with you, if you ever decide to upgrade it to a paid account, which is very inexpensive, it'll give you a discount, which is super cool. So again, let me know if you are here. Oh, it looks like we have someone. Yay! Hey, Michelle, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much. One thing I'm used to in a different software is that the comments were seen at the same time I was doing captions, and this one is a separate screen. So I have to be intentional with looking for people in the live chat. So thank you, Michelle, for reminding me of that. Yes, 4 ways to be poised, positive, profit. Look at you helping me out. That is so sweet. I love it. Yay. So this is awesome. It's so fun to have someone on live, which is really awesome. Okay, so I need to go find my presentation. Like I said, they keep adding all this really cool features. So now I just have to make sure that I am going to be doing it in a way that will make sense. Okay, so give me a second while I pull up the presentation that I am actually showing you, and I will find it in a second. I apologize for delaying here because I know I put it on a separate screen, which is now eluding me. So let me go find it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so the first thing to do in creating, now what I talk about, let me go back a second, talking about going from hurried, harried, and hardworking. So a lot of times, I think we are trying to do all the things ourselves, right? If you have a business, if you're not in a multi, $1 million corporation, you probably don't have, or let's just talk about fellows like solopreneurs. I'm not a solopreneur. I actually have a team, but there are people that are pretty much running the show, right? And it gets tiring, doesn't it? We feel like we're always hurried and harried and hardworking, right? And so I want you to take a moment. This is the end of 2022. I want to give you some ideas that you're going to be able to map out your content, your marketing plan for the next 12 months. And I want you to be able to do it. Hopefully you'll take a few notes today. And if you need some more help getting this accomplished before the end of the year, let me know. But I think it's really important to kind of lay out at least a skeleton plan, right? And then we can dive into the details of that plan. But it's important to kind of lay out a plan so that you feel confident, right? That you feel that you could be positive, right? And poised to go get to be a place where you're profitable, right? And so a lot of times as small companies, as a business owner, you're wearing all the hats, right? You're doing your marketing, you're doing your bookkeeping, you're doing your sales, you're doing you're cleaning the darn bathroom, right? If you have a building. So like you're doing everything. And I don't want that for you. I want you to find some peace and at least take something off your platter. So I want to, in fact, I'm trying to see myself at the same time. Let's see, did that work? Oh, nope, it's now showing my screen, which is okay because it's fun to see things behind the screen. So I couldn't see myself and have the presentation on at the same time. So I'll go back and forth. So again, there's going to be, I'm going to give you 4 steps, which Michelle was so sweet to lay out here. I love that. So let me go back and forth and I will go to present. So, all right, here we go. See, it just goes right back. Awesome. All right. So the first thing you're going to do, again, this is just pertaining to your marketing, is you're going to pick a theme. Okay. So it's really easy in marketing to kind of get overwhelmed, right? With all the things, as I said, you've got your email, you've got your social, you've got your website blog, you've got your LinkedIn articles, you've got your YouTube channel, you've got your, Instagram stories, you've got that translate hopefully to there's Facebook stories, right? And there's just a lot to kind of figure out what I'm going to do instead of like being so busy all the time. Let's take a step back for a second and say, what do I, based on, of course, your sales goals and what you're promoting, like your products or your services, and what I'm talking about in a theme work is kind of like a framework, right? Of where we can kind of plug our promotions into. So one idea I had for you is to pick a monthly goal or a quarterly goal. And monthly is easy because you think about it in months, like holidays, right? So let's say in February, you could say, okay, in February, I'm going to do a promotion around Valentine's Day. So let's pick a fun theme like share the love, a Valentine's challenge, right? So in marketing, a lot of times it's a challenge to get people to open your emails, right? And so the thought I had, actually came up with this with my copywriter, is to come up with challenges that give people a reason to open your email or just to consume your content, right? So if you can drip a little bit of a challenge every week leading up to an event, it could be a masterclass, a webinar, a sale, a launch, something you're going to be doing, right? If you think about it, you could have one every single month, right? A product launch every single month, or let's say a special every month. And then you pick a theme to kind of go with it, because a theme kind of gives a framework, like a story, to your audience, right? And people love stories. They love to hear behind the scenes. They love to hear how you got started, what keeps you going, right? What motivates you, what's helped you get to a certain point in your life, or they want to hear about the struggles and how you overcame them. Or if you're still in a struggle, they want to help you get over it, right? People will really, if they're a part of your story, they're going to feel like, I need help, right? I need to share her message, or I need to, give him advice, or give him a resource, or introduce him to a new customer, right? People want to be a part of your journey. And so when you let them do that by telling your story, I think it really becomes a win-win, right? So again, getting back to a theme. So let's say every month, let's say you pick a theme like Valentine's Day for February. So as I talked about challenges, that's just kind of a way to kind of get people to consume it. Because think of a challenge as kind of like sharing a recipe. So every week, let's say in your emails or in your social media or on your blog post, you're sharing one ingredient of a recipe, right? Like, flour, or sugar, eggs, right? Every week you're letting them know, oop, now grab your eggs. Next week, oh, grab, this much sugar, this much flour, right? And then your masterclass or your webinar or your launch is basically you showing them how to put all these ingredients together and show them how to bake that cake. Okay, I know I'm in kind of obscure references, but it kind of helps you kind of get it, right? So you're picking ingredients or little maybe steps to a goal, right? Or steps to accomplish a goal, or actions to take to accomplish a goal, I should say, or steps they need to take to complete something that maybe they don't know how to do, right? Wouldn't that keep you opening your email or consuming the content because you're so excited to find out what happens next? Kind of like the old soap opera days, right? It was as I did that, I meant stories. Like my aunt would say, we have to watch our stories, right? So that's something kind of think about, right? So whatever is going to build them to the point where they are so excited about finding out what's happening next. It's kind of what I mean. So when you pick a theme, it kind of guides the story, right? And maybe it's easy, just pick out something that's quarterly, right? So let's do something every 3 months, which might make it a little bit easier to kind of wrap your head around. So it's not as busy. Okay. So again, you're giving them a reason to read your content or consume your content. Challenges, like I said, is kind of like giving the ingredients to making a cake, right, or a recipe, and you're giving them steps to a goal. You're helping them turn the page to your story. But the big thing too is consistency. So again, you always want to be consistently showing up, right? Like every Tuesday at 12:30, like I'm trying to get back to doing here with my live show. But also, and consistency, like in your emails, right? Scheduling an email that goes out once a week at least. Some people, while you're in the middle of a big launch, can send out multiple emails a week, and people kind of see it as building their excitement, right? But you also have to consistency in your messaging. So something I actually said when I gave this presentation last week is that you need to be clear, because there's an old saying that says, a confused mind doesn't buy. Okay, so if people are like scrolling and you get their attention, right? You're dripping information to them, like an email drip campaign, or you're doing your social media, and you've created the story and you've created the theme, right? But they really are confused about what the heck you're saying. Like, what does this mean? They'll just keep scrolling, right? But if you're laser clear about what you do and how you do it, right? And you're speaking, as I said here, to the transformation of of what your service can do. So let's say you're a health guru, right? I'm going to go back so I can see my screen. If you're a health guru, let's see if I can fix this without having to. I'm going to move myself up here. Then I'm going to grab this. Let's see if I can pull it off the screen. Ooh, look at that. I'm going to pull it off the screen so I actually can see two at the same time. This software is really cool. I need to practice with it more. All right, so I'm going to increase this bigger. Ooh, look at that. I'm doing this in front of you. Learn out loud, right? All right, and then I'm going to make my picture bigger and move this down here. Nice. Will it move? Did I get it to move? Come on, man. Here I'm showing I can do it, and it's not doing it. There we go. All right, I'm going to move it down there. Okay, or I can move it right in the middle. That is super fun. Yeah. Okay, cool. This way I can see you and the comments at the same time. Yay. Okay. So you want to speak to the transformation. So if you're a health coach and you're helping people like work out, right? You want to say, go from tired and flabby to fit and fearless, right? The transformation is you're going to help them become fit and fearless, which is an amazing thing. Or if you're a health coach that's people with a diet or food plan, you're going to go from being fat to thin, right? Or flabby to fit, or whatever you want to say. Or if you are a dentist and you specialize in restorative care, you're going to say, go from, embarrassing teeth and bad breath to beautiful teeth and crisp, what do you say? What do you call it when you have great breath? Lovely breath. I don't know. What do you want to call it? Anyways, so you're trying to show them what you're going to do. So you're clear about who you're speaking to, and you're clear about what you're going to do for them. So when they're getting into your story and they're reading your content, they're opening your emails, and they're interacting with you, they're absolutely clear about how you can help them specifically, because that's what we want, right? We want our ideal client to know that we can help them and that you are the answer to their prayer, right? Brilliant. I love it. Okay, so that's the thing. So you want to be clear. The second idea or second point in this positive, poised, and profitable plan for 2013. So once you've picked your themes for the year, again, either quarterly or monthly, again, it depends on how much you want to do, you want to batch your content. Okay. So this afternoon, actually, I'm going to be batching my content of my reels. I'm going to be creating multiple reels one after another, because I've put in my calendar that today, from after the show, from 1 until 4 or 5, depending how fast I am, I'm actually going to work on doing that, because then I can probably get 12 to 24 reels done that I can then spread out throughout the next few months, right? So I'm creating content. And there's a famous audio clip that people use a lot with their reels or TikToks that says, everything is content, everything is content, everything is, right? Because it's true, right? So when you're witnessing something amazing, right? That's content. You videotape it and say, oh my gosh, look what's happening. It could be like a deer in your backyard. Like that's what's happened to me frequently, is that I live in this beautiful area that's on a golf course. We're actually, thank goodness, not right on the golf course. We're one off, so we don't get as many balls through our windows. We just get them in our pool. Like if you're a really bad golfer, we know because we get the balls in our pool or in our front yard. But most of the time we don't get hit by them, which is great. But sometimes I look out my back window and I see some like a family of deer. It's absolutely deer. And I'll videotape that and I'll add that to my Instagram story, which I've connected to my Facebook story. So I can say, oh my gosh, look at these amazing miracles. Look at what God has done for us, right? Like it's just really cool. And people want to know what's going on in your life. They want to be a part of your story. So I encourage you to, in those wow moments, get it on film, right? Or if you're with a client and they just had an epiphany, right? Videotape them having the epiphany and share that with your audience. Like this is a kind of epiphany you can get by working with me. Or you might want to, as I always say, you want to, rising tides lifts all boats, right? You want to be able to um, share successes, not only of yourself, but also of your customers, and say how amazing they are about their product, about their services, right? Those are all part of a story that goes to what you offer and what you do and how you bless people, right? Let me know if this background is distracting to you. I put like a little video thing on here, and so I could change that though. I could change that to this. Did it? Oh, there we go. That might be a little less distracting. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's like a little video. Or I could actually go to just colors. Ooh, well, I kind of like something moving. All right, it keeps the attention. I also want to double check that I am being coming up live, and I'm going to do that just for a second. Again, let me know if you're on. Okay, awesome. So it's there on Facebook. It's there on LinkedIn. Let me see. Is it showing up on? There it is. It is showing up on YouTube. It's all the things. This software allows me to stream everywhere, which is really cool and very efficient, right? Awesome. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So again, if you are, and is it going on this one too? Awesome. Okay, very cool. And what's interesting is, you know, that you have to deliver on the fly because it's going everywhere. It's okay. And I have messed up incredibly and have realized that it's okay if I mess up, because you know what? Everyone is human, and hopefully I'll attract people who give me grace because I think that's the kind of people I want to work with. Awesome. Okay, so it looks like Michelle is commenting on my Mobile Mary page, which is awesome. Okay, cool. I found that out. Awesome. All right, so let's keep going. So as I said, this afternoon, I am trying to be a good example, and I'm going to be batching my content on my calendar. So I put a date on my calendar to batch my content to work on something specific, and today it's reels, right? So as it says in here, which hopefully you can see that because I made it kind of a little bit small, is that here's an example. So blocking your time, if you didn't know, is basically blocking out time to hyper focus on getting a project done. So as an example, you could block off in your time. So again, I'm a big proponent of trying to be as efficient as possible. I'm not always good at it because a cobbler never has any shoes, right? But this is what I suggest. So pick a date, like let's say on Mondays, and from 8 to 10, you block up in your calendar to create your video content. All right. So you maybe pick out a few outfits, either completely new outfits or something you can layer on top of the other to make it look different. You're going to find a good place in your office or in your, like, this is my studio, my photo and video studio. As you can see, we have different backgrounds. It's kind of fun. You pick a place you're going to do it. You find good lighting, right? So you plug in a good light. You get your hair and your makeup done, right? So you only have to do this once, ladies. You boys have it so simple. If you're watching this as a dude, I just want to say you are so lucky. You don't seem to need to fix anything. I don't know. I don't know why it's different, but it is. Yes. So, oh, good. Yay, Michelle is still here. I love it. Oh, you like the slides. Awesome. So I'm using a product for the slides called Canva. And for this live video, I'm using Wave. So I'm kind of combining two softwares. So, and because I can't see myself when it's in presentation mode on Canva, I've had to kind of like move the screen around to show this. So awesome. Okay. So as I was saying in my live presentation, if you scan that code right there with your phone, let's say if you're watching this on a desktop and you scan that code, or if you choose to, you can text the word brilliant to the number 71441. Now this transparently is a lead generation, right? When I give lives, it's all about building up leads. And when you opt into that, it'll ask you for your email as well, because then I can add you to my email messaging, right? But it's also going to give you a link not only to this presentation that I created a whole video on Wave, the product that I'm using for this live stream, and I added a link to the repurposing software, which is this one, to the bottom of the landing page. So everything that I'm sending you is an example of what you could do too, is that you can create a video. And what I did is I created a little video for our services. And then I added this presentation to the end of it. And then I added a link to get your free software to use this tool to repurpose it. So the landing page, the video, everything is all using the Wave software, which is really exciting. Okay, so, and it's a free link. Like I said, you only pay if you decide to upgrade, and then my link actually gives you a discount. So instead of going around and going right to the website, save some money and use my link. Okay, so as I said, this is an example of batching your content. So Monday, 8 to 10, you get all set up, you pick your outfits, you do your hair and makeup, you set up your lighting, you plug in a good microphone, right? I use this microphone. I think it cost me $30 on Amazon. It plugs right into my computer of the USB port. And then you knock out your videos one after another, right? You just say what you're going to say. When we do this for clients, when we have a VIP intensive day, we do all their videos for them, right? So we kind of do this batching all in one day. And so you can do frequently asked question videos, you can do your why, you can do your offer, your whatever you're launching, you could all kinds of videos. We do it for our customers here, but you can do it, or clients, or you could do it yourself. Then on Tuesday, okay, so on this slide, I just realized I was talking about writing your content on Monday. Tuesday was filming. And then on Wednesday, you can take all that content and then you can schedule it, right? So in my presentation, I also was talking about repurposing. So I think that's my third point. So I'll wait to get to that. But, and then Wednesday you schedule it. So there's software like the one I use is SmarterQ. Hello, I just blanked. And I have a link to that too. If you're interested, let me know in the comments and I can give you a link that gives you a discount. And SmarterQ allows you to, and there's lots of software out there. So if you use something else like Later or, oh goodness, there's so many. But I really love SmarterQ because it has lots of really cool features. And again, you could schedule all your content out for the week or the month or the year if you want, and you can repurpose it. So you can actually schedule something that it rotates. So it automatically posts, let's say, the first Friday of every month. So you literally can repurpose it. And some people say, well, gosh, I don't want to post the same thing. Well, guess what? Everyone that follows you doesn't only follow you. So your content is not going to be refreshed in their mind because they're going to see so many other people's content. And I used to have a major hang up with this too, right? But if you want to become magical, look at the shirt that I bought. Hello, super cute. I think this is at Old Navy. I bought this because that's what I want for my clients. I want you to be and feel magical in what you do because you offer something that is magical. Nobody else in the world offers it. You are the only one, based on your experience, based on your product, everything that you bring to the table. You are creating magic every week. And in fact, on social media, that's my theme every Monday, Magical Monday. What's your magic? Because I want you to recognize that you are bringing something to the table that nobody else can. Okay. And someone out there needs you. And if you're not showing up consistently, right, as I said, number one, being consistent in your messaging, you're not available when they need you, right? So you need to be out there showing up and sharing what you do, all the magic that you do, so that when someone is ready to buy from you, you're available for them. Okay? Okay, get off my soapbox. Anyways, so again, you can film all the content one day, write all the content that goes with those videos another day. Again, I'm talking like 1 to 2 hours a day, right? Just get it done because you've got other things to do, right? You've got other parts of your business to run or to manage or a life to live, right? So you're going to get all this scheduled so then you can just, you could be poised, you could be positive. and you could be profitable, which is absolutely amazing, right? Oh, that is so sweet. I'm feeling very magical today. You are so sweet. I love it. Thank you, Michelle. So, yes. So, again, when you block off this time in your schedule, you need to honor that commitment to yourself. Just like you honor the commitment to brush your teeth every day when you wake up and when you go to bed, right? You're honoring that commitment to make sure that your teeth stay healthy in your mouth, right? And you probably have a commitment to read, if you have young children, to read to them before they go to sleep every night. That's a commitment you honor, right? And so when you put a batched, when you're batching your time and your calendar, you're setting an appointment for yourself that you need to honor so you can continue to fill your funnel. So by you honoring your own commitments for your own business, because again, I know the phrase, a cobbler never has any shoes, right? People don't do for themselves what they do for others, right? We'll do anything for our clients or for our children, right? But sometimes we like put off what's good for us. And that's not cool, right? We need to honor ourselves just like we would anyone else. So I'm driving that point home. I apologize. So I want you to honor your time. So once you put those dates on your calendar, I want you to stick to them. Okay. And this could apply to anything. Putting time in your calendar to take a walk every day, or putting a time in your calendar to go visit a friend, right? You'd honor those commitments. So it's just the same. Okay. And then using tools to automate. Like I said, there's so many tools out there. It's kind of hard to choose which one. You just have to commit to one and use it. And then eventually, if it doesn't work, you move on, right? You have to try something, try before you buy, right? There's so many free services out there that you can decide if what you like and what you don't, but it's really a great idea to honor. What am I going to say? Honor that. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm jumping ahead. Here we go. 3. Okay. So the third tip, and I apologize, I kind of go into detail a little bit on the first and second, but the last 2 are very fast. Okay, so repurposing that content. So once you've created the videos and you've written that content, if you use a product, like I said, like SmarterQ, which I can send you again the link to it, you can, as I started to say, you could reschedule things that have great response. So in SmarterQ, you can actually see which posts have the most comments on it or the most likes on it, and you could repurpose that. You can actually take that content and requeue it to go out because it's getting a lot of attention, right? And the algorithms on social media actually see that people are liking it, and so they're going to start to boost it a little bit more. This is all organic. I'm not talking about doing paid ads or anything like that, okay? So that is one way of repurposing your content. The second way I was talking about was on this software that I'm using, Wave Video, which again, if you text in, is it this way? This way? If you scan that code with your phone and the camera, click the link and then hit send, or you text the word brilliant to 71441, you're going to get a link to this software. And it actually has the feature that you, with one click, you can take a video that is wide, right? 16 by 9, and you can click it and it actually will turn it into an Instagram post, square. Another click will turn it into a story or a reel, or there's all different formats, or a LinkedIn, all the different sizes. And I don't know why they don't get together and pick one size. All the social media, like they're like, our size is 1213 pixels by 742 pixels, and then somebody else is like just slightly off. Like, dudes, get in a room and talk about it. Make everyone's life easier. Okay, that's my rant. Okay. Anyways, but you can do that. You could take one video or one graphic and you can actually switch it and and pick it out. It also has a cool feature, and I really need to do a video just on this. I did it the other day and I was off my game, so I went and deleted it. But I can show you guys how to take a video and then put like frames around it. You see frames around different videos, creating memes and stuff. You can edit the like nuggets out of a long video into shorter videos, which can be used as content. Again, remember shorts. YouTube just launched shorts a like this more than a year ago, which is just a take on reels, which is just a take on TikToks, right? Because short form videos, people don't have a lot of attention span. So this video, what I'm teaching right now, is way too long for most people, right? They won't hang in. I actually have Michelle here live. I'm so grateful for being here live, because people won't hang in this long. But you know what? What I'm doing is I'm creating a long video that can be turned into shorter videos. Okay. In fact, I'm going to turn off. Let's see if I can do that. Nope, this won't let me do that. Okay, I was going to turn off my name because I was just thinking that maybe I can have I can repurpose it. In fact, a friend of mine, Molly Mahoney, who's absolutely brilliant, she's one of my coaches, she actually encourages people to take nuggets out of their videos and turn them into GIFs, right? So you can have a GIF that says, you know, like, I'll do it again. And then I could take that and create a GIF out of it, right? Those little videos that, you know, repeat themselves. Or I could be like, oh my gosh, or wow, or no, right? And I could take that, cut that video using the software and make a little GIF out of it, right? And then I could post that in different ways and use it for different ways. And there's software that allows you to upload it so other people can use your GIFs. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. So the potential and the possibilities are endless. But that's the point. You need to find software that works for you, that helps you repurpose what you've already created so you don't have to keep reinventing the wheel, right? Isn't that awesome? Awesome. Okay. Actually, I just realized that I could turn off, I think I could turn off my name. No, I can't see how to do that. Let's see. Nope, can't do that. Okay, that's all right. Sometimes you just want to be a little anonymous. That's all. All right. So if I can read this content a little bit bigger, let me make this a little bit bigger. So when you repurpose those videos, those photos, the content that is repurposing or is getting great reactions on your other social media platforms, you can then repurpose it for, as I listed here, your social media posts, your website blog posts, your LinkedIn articles, your short-term videos, like I was starting to say, your TikToks, your Reels, your Shorts on YouTube, your email drip campaigns, your text marketing messages, your live video monthly streams like I'm doing now, your speaker promotions, and your publicity campaigns. I know that sounds like a lot because it is. It is a lot. But you never know. Well, let's just be honest here. At first, when we first get into business and you're launching a new product or launching a new service, we really don't know where our customers are. So if some guru says, well, I know where all your customers are, well, that's kind of a lie because we don't know where they are at first. But once you start showing up regularly, once you're consistent in your messaging and you can see where people are commenting, are they commenting more on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, right? Are they engaging with you, asking questions, forwarding it to their friends, sharing your content, right? Because that's what you want. You want people to share it so more people get access to your wisdom and your magic, right? You want people to be able to find value in what you do, right? And since you don't know exactly where they are at first, it's important to publish it everywhere so then you can find out, right? And as you start gleaning that information and looking through on the back end of the analytics and saying, oh, I'm getting more comments here than there, then you know where to invest more of your time. Okay. And when you invest more of your time in what works, that just makes you more poised and profitable because then you can pour into people where they're at and know that that's where your audience is and that's where you want to invest your time. Right? Right. Awesome. Okay. Because as I said here, it's all about visibility. That's really what it comes down to. You need to be seen if you want to be found. Let me say that again. You need to be seen if you want to be found. Because people ask me all the time, well, how can I be found by my perfect client? How can I be seen everywhere? Right. And I'm like, well, you have to go and put in the effort or hire someone when you get to the point where you don't want to do all this thing. You don't want to be coming up with your own content and you don't want to be doing all this stuff. I mean, you have to be involved because it is you and your business and you're, like it or not, the face of your business. But you can get to the point where you can offload it to a team member, right? Either someone that works for you directly, or you can hire someone like our company that I have experts in every one of these fields: copywriter, videographer, photographer, right? Email marketer. And everybody on the team has a job to do, and that's to make sure you're seen everywhere. We even have a service where we help book people on stages, so both virtually as well as in person. So podcasts, summits, things like that, because we're always looking for opportunities for their niche market. So if you're a speaker who is trying to attract a very specific type of person, you don't want to speak on every single podcast. You waste all your time. You want to speak on podcasts that your audience is listening to, right? You want to be efficient with your time. You don't want to be, as my friend Molly would say, juggling all the busy balls, right? You want to be very hyperly focused on what works. And when you're ready to offload it, let me know. We can help you out. So it's all about visibility, being seen to be found. The second thing is clarity. As I mentioned earlier, it's really important to be clear in what you do. As I said, a confused mind doesn't buy. So you just literally have to let people know what you do and speak to the transformation, as I said earlier, of how you can help them get from point A to point B, and why doing it with you is the best solution, right? Because you might think, well, everybody does this. There's 1,000 health coaches out there, right? And why would they pick me? Well, because you bring something to the table that they can relate to. They might love the values you stand for. They might love the age you are, because you might be similar in age to them and they think you understand them. You get them, right? So like minds, right? You attract those who you want to work with. And that comes back to, which I haven't even mentioned here, about being authentic, being yourself. Because if you're fake, you'll attract people that aren't a good fit with you. But when you're real and you're just being yourself, a big old goofball, or very precise and in your messaging, like I'm just a big goofball. So I attract people who are cool with that. They like that about me, that I'm very real and silly, and I come at things with a little bit of humor. And if that is good with you, I want to work with you. If you're not good with that, it wouldn't work anyways. So it's okay that they're not attracted to me and they don't want to download or consume my content. You really just have to be you, because someone needs you specifically, not anyone else. So even if you sell the same product as 1,000 other people, how you deliver the product or the service or whatever is wrapped around that is only something you can do, and somebody wants to work with you, right? And hopefully a lot of people want to work with you, right? And then the last point on number 3 was convert, right? So the reason that we put it out there and to talk to is to laser focus in on who we talk to, but to put it out there is we want more opportunities, right, to have a bigger impact. Because when there's an energetic transfer, when someone pays you, they are putting their value in what you do for them, right? And you should accept that, is that knowing that you have a value that you can give back to them, right? So giving away everything for free energetically is really not a good idea, because then they won't value it. They won't feel like it's worth their time because they haven't have any skin in the game. So it's really important, even if it's something really low cost, like a $27 cheat sheet, something that will help someone get somewhere faster because you have shown them the steps to do it, so they don't have to go through a trial and error, right? That's worth, even if it's just $27, it's worth that to help them go along. But if it's even more valuable, you need to charge more for it, because it's going to help them reach their transformation faster, right? I think there's a aha moment when we realize what we offer is valuable, and then we shouldn't just give it away, right? Right. So again, giving people the opportunity to buy from you gives you an opportunity to have a bigger impact in their life, because you're going to deliver the value that's going to transform where they are to where they want to be. Okay. And again, we don't know when they're ready. So that's why you need to batch your content and your calendar. You need to put out your, on all the things. You need to get that all done, so you can then keep your funnel full, right? In marketing, a funnel is where you bring them in and something, maybe low cost, and then you continue to upsell them all the way down to your top service that that you can totally help them completely make that transformation, which is the benefit to everyone, right? And the fourth thing was, and I realized that it says text to win, and I'm doing a live, so I did not set up a text to win feature on this. This is when I spoke in person. I should point the right way. that you still do get the video that I have promised you, and you also get the notes on this that I've been doing on here. Remember to pointing all the ways. But you won't be entered to win, but you'll win because you'll have the content you need. And at the bottom of the landing page, when you text in and get a link to a landing page, it has the link to that software that I've been talking about that will so make you happy. It's going to open up a whole new world of time and energy and creativity for you. So again, make sure you text in brilliant to the number 71441, and then you will have access to that. And again, that was all built on the software. So, all right. So that's it. The 1, 2, 3, and then of course 4 was the thing about getting the video. But it really was 3 ways, again, to help you become more poised, positive, and profitable for the new year by getting all of your marketing planned out. And I know it's like a little overwhelming. So if you need some help, reach out to me. But it's really important that we just decide, right? You just need to make a decision that you're going to do it. And if it doesn't work, you just change it, right? It's easy peasy, right? You want to make sure that, in fact, I'm going to hide this from the screen and I'm going to go back to big. Here we go. It's just really important that we decide to move in a certain direction. And then again, if it doesn't work, we can always pivot. And that has been so true over the last 2 years. People have been working in one industry for their whole life. Things changed, so they had to pivot. They had to take the experience that they had and they had to figure out how to move in a new direction. So this is a time in history that is going to be it's revolutionary because more people have started their own businesses in the last 18 months than ever before in history. Some out of choice because they said, I'm done with what I'm doing and I want to move to something else. And some was not of their choice. And so there's so much exciting opportunities out there. And I hope you realize how blessed we are to live in this time. It's frustrating and hard. I acknowledge that. But if you give yourself a little grace and you reach out to people who can help you, there's so many resources now that can help you either start a business or get farther in your business. And again, if my company, Another Brilliant Idea, can be, oh, there it is right there. Can be of any help. Again, we are launching in 2023. In fact, we just, we're with some 2 people have taken advantage of this. We're doing, not only do we, of course, have the full implementation marketing services where we do all the things I had listed. We build your list, we create your content, we write your emails, we write your social content, we post everything for you, we write the articles for your blog posts, we do all the things. We book you on stages. There's so many things in our marketing program. We do it all for you every single month. So we're kind of like a outsourced CMO, like corporate marketing officer, right? Like CFO, CMO. But what we're launching in 2023, which I'm super excited about, is our 1-day VIP intensives. And it's 1 day that you're here that we get to spoil you rotten. And there is pre-work to do. So I can get all prepped with shot lists for our photographer and storyboards for our videographer and some direction for our copywriter. And then on the day of the event, we're going to batch work and we have a whole schedule. So in the morning, we take all your beautiful pictures and then we take all your beautiful videos. And then in the afternoon, we plan out your strategy and we can do it in a 3-month, 6 months, or 12 months, depending on the package you want. And then we basically create all this content on all this strategy, right? And then we hand it to you. And then you can hand it to a VA or do it yourself or whatever, but then you'd have it all done. And that's where I come with the poised part, like poised and positive and profitable, because then once you have all this stuff done for you, then you can just get back to being magical, right? You can get back to doing the magic that you do best and know that all the strategy is already laid out. And because we're not implementing it every month, it's a little bit more cost effective for you. So if you're interested in having maybe all that done, and then later, if you choose, you can always say, you know what, I don't want to do all the things. I'm going to give this back to you and have you implement it. And then we'll do another one for the next quarter and another one for the next quarter, right? We could do that. So, but if you're interested in having this done, it's kind of, like I said, it's a VIP we're calling it, I don't really have a technical name for it yet, but it's a VIP intensive day where we will, the starting packages for a 3-month, everything scheduled out, mapped out. My copywriter is going to write all the sequences that's going to go into your software for email. So you just basically are going to set it and forget it. Doesn't that sound lovely? All your social media, if you take what we are going to do all in this one day, again, there's probably 2 or 3 weeks prep before, so it's not really one day. It's a little bit more than that, but not for you, for us, for my team to work. But you are basically going to answer a few questions and then show up on the day. Let us spoil you rotten. One of the things that brings me joy, and by the way, here's my coffee cup. Joy. My friend Tina Marie gave this to me. I think this is going to be my word for 2023. I want to do everything that brings me joy. And I want to help you do everything that brings you joy. So the thing about creating this, coming to one of our VIP intensives, is that it's going to bring you joy because you're going to have someone else creating all this content for you. And then all you have to do is, like I said, plug it in to all the software stuff that makes it easy peasy pumpkin squeezy. No, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm such a geek. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm super excited about that. I already have 2 people who want to do this. And so we're scheduling them into January. So if you would like to be on the list to be scheduled in January or February, you just let me know. We only can take a few every month because it is a lot of work. But I think that it will totally bless you and your business to get some help. Because isn't that the truth? Like sometimes we just need a little help. And that's what I want for you. Awesome. Okay. All right. So that's it. That's today's show. I'm so excited to do this. I cannot believe it is, what is today? The 13th of December. We have 2.5 weeks until Christmas. It's amazing. I am so excited for 2023. If you are excited for 2023, you let me know what your plan is in the comments if you're watching this on the replay, and let me know what you have planned because I would love to cheer you along the way. All right. Okay. So that's it for now. I will see you next Monday, which is closer to Christmas on the 20th. And I hope to share some magic with you then. So until then, make sure you stay magical and keep realizing that you do offer magic to the world. And you need to share it because more people need to know it because you are the answer to their prayer. Awesome. Okay. So have a wonderful day and be blessed. Bye.